The new ARK Apocalypse season has started, and with it, the Dracoteuthis has been added to the game for this season. But is the Dracoteuthis any good? Hello Dodo crew and welcome back for another video on ARK Ascended. Grab a bottle of water and let's get straight into it. Currently, you can find Dracoteuthis on Aberration and Extinction, meaning you cannot tame it on any other map. It usually hangs around the red biome and can be spotted pretty easily. These are the regions where I found Dracoteuthis. For those who do not want to search for Dracoteuthis, I put the spawn commands into the video description. Just fill in the level you want and you're good to go. They spawn with a bunch of seekers, which can be a bit of a pain to handle. However, they are pretty much as rare as a Reaper Queen, meaning they're somewhat rare right now, because some players might have trouble spawning it. But after some time, you should be able to find one. With a gene scanner and a rock drake, you should be able to find one anyways. This creature is a modded creature, and I normally don't do mod spotlights. But since it is currently installed on the ARK Apocalypse server, I will make an exception for these creatures. Taming a Dracoteuthis is somewhat challenging. The taming itself is not that hard, but the spawns alone don't make it easy. But first things first, if you have a light pet with you, you have to turn it off, because otherwise the Dracoteuthis will become aggressive and try to attack you. Before taming, first you have to get rid of the seekers, and there are a ton of seekers. And second, the whole taming process is in an area that is not only radioactive, but also has nameless spawns everywhere, which means you need to at least bring a decent shotgun with you. Dracoteuthis are tamed non-violently. The taming process is initiated by placing charge lanterns on the ground, which it will begin to drain charge light from. This then destroys the lanterns. Once 3 charge lanterns have been destroyed, it will become passive and sit down, allowing the player to walk up to it and feed it plant species set fruits. The Dracoteuthis add some stupidly strong abilities to the game, making it especially useful and a must tame for Aberration. From now on, if you play on Aberration and have the Dracoteuthis on your server, it is a must tame for everyone. For pretty much everything the Dracoteuthis can do, it needs charge, which means you should always have a charge pet with you if you're going to fly with the Draco. The Dracoteuthis itself counts as a light pet, but does not scare away nameless and seekers, but it does deal extra damage to them. In addition, it can use its C to soak up the charge of wild creatures. It takes the charge from several creatures at the same time and refills its own charge. You can also bring a light pet and press the left control button and the right mouse button at the same time to consume 10% of the charge of your light pet and transfer it to the Draco. While under the effect of charge, it gains increased armor, its melee attack do increased damage, and it regains 5% of its health per second at a max of 50 HP per second. The most important ability of the Dracoteuthis is that it is hands down the only creature apart from Rock Drake that can fly on Aberration. It can not only fly forwards but also to the left and right without moving, which means it brings a whole new type of mobility to Aberration. The charge projectile can be used by pressing the left control button and the left mouse button. It fires a projectile that deals 300 damage and applies the charge stun debuff. This stuns the target for a small amount of time, but it requires charge to use and drains a good amount when used. With its new abilities, the Dracoteuthis has 2 main roles in my opinion. Due to its great mobility and the fact that he doesn't really care about seekers and nameless, it is at least as good to get Reapers as a Rock Drake. It's not as fast as a Rock Drake, but the fact that it can fly normally and is also quite mobile means that the Draco makes up for it, well in my opinion. Similar to taming Reapers, the Draco isn't as fast as the Rock Drake, but his mobility makes it pretty easy to move around in the overworld and farm beacons. If you look at the numbers, the Dracoteuthis is pretty strong and has some great abilities. Dracoteuthis starts with a base stat of 950 health, 350 stamina, 360 weight, which is good, considering it is a mid-game tame that will be used for the whole run. Put some levels in health, stamina and weight and you're good to go. Here are some quick facts. The Dracoteuthis can be bred lays eggs, and in addition they also have custom eggs, where you can see the baby. It has no saddle, the Dracoteuthis can absorb the light of charge lanterns while standing in their light. With the Draco, a new item has been added to the game, the portable battery charger. It will drain element, shards and dust from the same inventory it is in while active, and will charge any batteries in the same inventory. And you cannot use it in the Rockwall boss fight. So, is it any good? I'm a sucker for Cthulhu inspired stuff, and I've read most Lovecraft books, which means I love the Dracoteuthis. I know it's a modded creature, more on the fantasy side, and not everyone likes that. But it could be truly useful in PvP, even if it is just for taming Reapers. I don't think it would play a major role, but it still would be a nice addition to the game. But if I'm wrong and it would change more, that would be great too. The Dracoteuthis looks amazing, and you can really tell it was made with love. For PvE players who love Cthulhu inspired stuff, it's a no-brainer to have. For PvP players, it is more like a gimmick, standing around in your base. I hope you liked this video, and I'm thrilled to read if this video has helped you. Hit the like button, leave a comment below for the algorithm, and consider subbing to the channel. Alright, Frodo.